Hi everyone, how are you doing today? It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Hope you're all doing well. I am. It's Thursday, 14th of March. I think that's the first time all day I've looked at the calendar. Happy March 14th. Tomorrow's the Ides of March. It's been one crazy week. Over the weekend, I had my mom visiting for the weekend, so that was a lot of fun. And we did a lot of things that just kept me busy. Very little stitching this weekend. I did get some progress that I will show you here in a little bit. And so, but lots of fun things happened. We did go to the flower show in Philadelphia. I don't have that stuff ready to show you this time, so hopefully next time I'll show you the pictures I took from the flower show. And because that's something I typically do every year on my video, is that I show you the pictures from the flower show that I took. Wasn't my favorite year at the flower show, but I did have a lot of fun and I did really enjoy it. So, and it was nice to take mom with us. So that was a lot of fun on Saturday. And then of course, traveling around on Friday with my mom and, you know, doing some fun things. And then on Sunday, I vegged and I relaxed and I diamond painted. And I did some knitting. But that's about it. I didn't even stitch on Sunday because I was so tired. I just didn't want to focus on anything over complicated. First off, I was contacted by a very lovely person by the name of Jan. So Jan contacted me and showed me a picture of this thing I'm going to show you and said it made her think of me and she would like to give me one if I was interested. So it is a beautiful wooden desk plaque or table plaque that says, "Create the things you wish existed." And while it is not exactly my tagline, because I always say be creative, I love this. And I really want to just focus on this for just a second because I've been thinking a lot about this recently. And the fact that I say be creative at the end of every episode is not just to have a tagline. I really say it because I truly mean to be creative. And when I'm saying be creative, what I truly think of as being creative, and I'm just telling you this for you to know what I take as being creative, is creating those things that don't exist, that you wish existed. Because we all have that talent and ability to create those things from thin air. You might not think that you do, but you do. And so, and we all have things we wish that existed that we just can't find. And so to be able to create those things with our hands is why I say be creative. And for me personally, that means create unique things. Because I like uniqueness. I don't want everything to be the same. And so I really strive to be creative and unique in my stitching and my knitting as well, because I want to be different. I think sameness is boring. And part of that could be because of my childhood and going back to a whole different story, and I'm not going to go into all of that. But I do really think that, you know, we are in such a world of everything has to be similar and everything has to fit into a mold. And I don't like that. And I think, and part of that could be because I work in special education where none of my students fit into a mold. Every single one of my students is unique. And we thrive on finding those things that make them special and make them maximize their potential. And so I say be creative because I want to help you all maximize your unique potential in your cross stitch, knitting, diamond painting, whatever craft that is. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. That's just how I think of whenever I say be creative. That's what comes to my mind when I'm thinking that. So, and you know, there's nothing wrong with really liking something somebody does and wanting to imitate it, because you know that there is that one saying that says imitation is the highest form of flattery. I don't necessarily buy that. I'm not saying that that's a wrong way to think. That's somebody's opinion. And again, keep in mind, this is all my own opinion. To me, if somebody has an idea and you want to build upon that idea, I think that's even better. So if I have a design that you like, but you want to do it in a different way, I say go for it. You know, give me credit, but do your thing, because that's what we're here for. This is a hobby. This isn't rocket science. This isn't astrophysics. This is something to relax us and make us happy and make us enjoyable, make our lives enjoyable. And so whenever, to me, I want to do things that are unique and different to everybody else. When I do things that are the same, I don't find a lot of pleasure. That's just me personally, and now I'm getting off onto a tangent, so I'm going to stop talking about that. But when I say be creative, I personally am talking about exploring those areas of our personality that find unique pleasure and hopefully creating lots of beautiful things that we can all be proud of. And some of them will be similar, and hopefully lots of them will be unique and different. Anyways, that's my take on being creative. And Jan, thank you so very much for the plaque. I still have to find somewhere to put it because it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. And I was thinking about taking it into work and putting it on my desk, but my desk is not this big. So I got to find a place, but I would definitely will because I love this and I love the color and I love the font. Okay, moving on. Now that I'm done with my soapbox, I have a couple finishes. I did 2 finished dishcloths over the weekend. So the first dishcloth I did was just a variegated Knit Picks yarn. Again, this is a dishy yarn from Knit Picks, and I don't know the name of this dishy, so I can't tell you what the name of this one is. So that is one dishcloth. And the other dishcloth I did a stripe on this one, just because I wanted to start using up some of my small balls of yarn. So this is, the green is jalapeno and the cream is creme brulee. I knew it would come to me. So there we go. Race car stripe and a variegated dishcloth. So I have 2 more dishcloths done. That's 5 dishcloths for the year. And I did work on my scarf since you last saw it. So when you last saw it, if you watched my Craft With Me video with Donna Ray on Saturday, that was actually filmed last Tuesday, I think. So since then, I have actually filmed or stitched a lot more or knitted a lot more. So I believe I was working down here in this section, or maybe I just started this row of 6 pinstripes. So from the bottom all the way to the top. So I have about a third of it done for what I want to have accomplished. I'm thinking I want about 6 feet. And the reason I want 6 feet is because I want to have some variation in how I can wear it. I can wear it long and just draped, or I can fold it around a lot. I'm not sure. So I want to have some different, I don't want it to be too short that I can't wear it in multiple ways. So I'm very pleased with how this is coming. So I have a good bit done. I'm starting to get a little bit tired of this this project, and it's getting to the point where it's going to be too warm to wear it this year. I know I'm not going to get it done before the end of the winter season here, so it will definitely have to wait until next fall to wear, but I will have it ready for next fall. Will it go away for a while? I don't know, but we'll see. So that is my knitting for the week. Okay, I've only worked on Henry, and since last Wednesday when I filmed, I didn't stitch Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So the first time I stitched since the last time I saw you was on Monday. So today's Thursday, so I stitched Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so I've stitched 3 days since I've seen you last. And I've only worked on Henry. So here's what he will look like when he is finished. Now, coming back to Henry, after a 6-day hiatus from stitching, was a little bit hard. I really didn't want to stitch on him at all. But I persevered. Tuesday was very, very challenging. I was hanging out with Donna Ray again on Tuesday, and so I stitched a while, and I pushed through and I pushed through, and the whole time I was like, the whole time I was talking to Donna Ray, I was like, I think I'm going to stop. I need to switch it out. And then last night when I came home from work, I sat down and I looked at him and I stitched all night on Henry. And I made some really good progress. So here is Henry so far. There we go. So I'm almost done with this page. I'm really just getting to the nitty-gritty of the colors now. And that arm will be complete. And then the biggest parts of the confetti will all be done on this design. So I am very, very excited about that. I'm really looking forward to a finish on this page, and then I'm going to put him away for a little bit. And I think I know which one's going to come out next, but I'm not going to tell you, because if I tell you, then it probably won't happen. So we'll have to wait and see what happens after I get this done. I'm hoping to have this page done by Friday night, Saturday morning at the latest. And then this weekend I can switch to a new project. Not a new project, but a different project. Now, a lot of people have been asking about my setup. And I know I've talked about this in many other videos, but I just wanted to rehash again. I use the quantum frames from the Omnic company. These are the large frames from Omnic, O-M-A-N-I-K. That's www.omanik.com. Omnic.com. Geo's on the porch. He's going to have to wait until I'm done because I'm not getting up. And so you can find all of these frames there. This in the middle, this crossbar or this center bar is a Lowry accessory. This is the large frame adapter from Lowry. It is made for large frames, so when you attach it to, when you put a large frame on your Lowry stand, he's distracting me. When you put a large frame on your Lowry stand, it's not weighing it down. You can center the you can center the balance of the large frame. And then, of course, this is the clamp from the Lowry. All of that information can be found in other videos on my channel. The Lowry frame, there is a video on my channel called Lowry Stand Demystified. And I believe I have another video on the Omnic frame. If not, I've talked about them in many other videos, but I do know I have one called Lowry Stand Demystified for anything that has to do with the with the Lowry frame stand, with the Lowry stand. Okay. Finally, I do have a couple purchases this week. Okay. So, the only thing I purchased as far as crafting is concerned is I still had a bit of a gift card from Amazon. And I have been trying desperately to find my next sweater pattern for I've desperately been trying to find the next sweater pattern that I want to knit. So on Sunday after my mom left, I was on Ravelry and I did find the pattern that I just chose that I wanted to do, and come to find out it was a no longer published pattern. But the book that it was published in was available on Amazon. So I went ahead on Amazon and I found the book and I ordered it. So the pattern is a Rowan pattern. If you're a knitter, you know what that means. So it's from the Vintage Knits book. This is 30 knitting designs from Rowan for women and men. This book came out in 2004. I actually bought my book used, and you can't even tell it was used. So it saved me 10 bucks. And the pattern that I am going to be knitting next is the Gerald. So it's almost more like a coat than a sweater. And it has these patches on the shoulders and the elbows. So I'm really excited about that. That is not the color that I'm going to be knitting it in. I fairly certain I have this color picked out of yarn, but I have to order it. And I'm not going to tell you what that is yet until I order it and get it in. It will be coming from overseas, so I'm going to have to wait a while on that, so I wanted to get moving on that. So I will be making that order probably this week, maybe even tonight after I get done talking to you. Finally, I purchased at the flower show a new member of the family. This is my newest bonsai tree. This is called a Australian brush cherry. It is a tropical tree, I guess typically found in Australia, hence the name. It does produce fruit. And I am super excited to have a new bonsai. I really love this tree. And this one is even wired. So you can see here, there's wire on the tree to give it shape. So at some point, I will have to take that wire off, because once these branches strengthen up, they'll be able to stand on their own in this position, and then I won't need to have that wire there. So once they become sturdy, then I will go ahead and take that wire off, and it will look like this naturally. So I'm really excited about this tree. I love this tree. I love the pot that it's in. It's a nice little blue ceramic pot. And I will be now maintaining my third bonsai. So I have 3 bonsai. I have a juniper that you've seen me repot. Not doing so hot. We'll have an update later on that. I took that into work we have a greenhouse at work that I'm able to, our horticulture teacher is going to give it some tender love and care and see if he can revive it. But we might lose it. I have this one, and I have a ficus. So I have the juniper, which is an outdoor tree, and then I have the juniper and the ficus and the brush cherry, which are both indoors. So, and they are both doing extremely well. Even this one, since I brought it home, has really taken off and done some pretty amazing sprouts. So actually I see one here that I'm going to have to knock off because I don't want that there. So yeah. So that is my exciting adventure for the week. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I am going to hop off here, get the video edited up and uploaded to YouTube, and I'm going to get stitching because I am really excited to get some stitching in tonight and hopefully make a big dent in this page on Henry. I'm really itching for a new start, and I'm forcing myself to hold off and get some goals done. So we'll see. The weather's starting to get nice, so I might be able to get one of my goals accomplished because I can start exercising again outside. So we'll see. Until we meet again, don't forget to always be creative. See you next time.